Okay, so next we're going to be defining a rate and a unit rate. A rate is a ratio comparing two different quantities with different units. What's important here is that they have different units, and we'll talk about that when we get to the examples at the bottom. Different quantities, different units. In a unit rate, you can maybe use what you know about your vocabulary words. A unit is just like one, and so a unit rate is a rate with a denominator of 1. So down here, it's going to ask us to find the unit rate and make sure that we include units with our answer. It says a semi-truck travels 585 miles in 9 hours. So 585 miles for every 9 hours. This is a rate because it has two different quantities we're comparing using the fraction bar, using division. And we've got miles and hours. In order to make it a unit rate, all we have to do is simply divide. We're going to divide the numerator by the denominator. And we do that because in order to get 9 to equal 0 or to equal 1, we would divide by 9. So if I divide the bottom by 9, I divide the top by 9 to keep this fraction equivalent. This is the point where I can pull out my calculator and help me. So again, really, essentially, I'm just dividing top by bottom. 585 divided by 9. And I get 65. So what that tells me is 65 miles per hour is how fast the truck is going. So the unit rate makes it a little bit easier for us to comprehend and understand. We understand that 65 miles an hour means that semi is probably driving on the highway, and that seems pretty reasonable. So this next one, letter B, says Shirley earns $154 in 14 hours. Again, I'm going to write this as just a rate, a normal rate. $154 over 14 hours. In order to make it a unit rate, I'm going to divide the top by the bottom. So I'm going to pull out my calculator. I'm going to do 154 divided by 14. That gives me 11. 11 goes in my numerator. This is $11 for every 1 hour. And so I make sure that I include units, and I know that Shirley makes $11 per hour. Again, making it into a unit rate gives us a better idea of what kind of job she has or how good her job is, or gives us a little bit better insight. It's easier for us to break that down and understand a unit rate than it is to understand just a simple rate where we have bigger numbers. So this last one says Cedric pays $27.24 for 12 gallons of gas. They want a unit rate. So I'm going to put $27.24 over 12 gallons. Again, I'm going to include my labels. This is a rate because it compares two quantities with different units, dollars and gallons. To make it a unit rate, all I have to do is divide my numerator by my denominator. So I'm doing 27.24 divided by 12 gallons, and that gives me my price per gallon, which is $2.27 for every 1 gallon. So again, my unit rate always has a denominator of 1, 65 miles for 1 hour, $11 for 1 hour, $2.27 for 1 gallon. Those all are unit rates. They have a denominator of 1 and compare two different quantities with different units, miles and hours, dollars and gallons.